Which big team do you think will get upset in 2026? Comment below. They arrived with history on their side. 4 World Cup titles, a squad worth over $1 billion. The best players on the planet, playing for clubs in Madrid, Munich, and Manchester. They were not just expected to win, they were supposed to win. And yet, when the final whistle blew, they were going home. Germany, Argentina, Belgium, France, Brazil, the names change, but the story doesn't. Welcome to the most brutal equalizer in world football. Welcome to the World Cup. Every 4 years the world stops. 32, and now 48, nations gathered to compete for the most coveted trophy in sport. And every single time something extraordinary happens. The giants fall, not occasionally, not rarely, repeatedly. This is not a coincidence. This is not bad luck. There are deep, structural reasons. Today we're breaking it all down. The psychology, the tactics, the history, and the lessons for 2026. At the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, 4-time champion Germany lost to Japan 2-1 in their opening group match. That same week, Argentina, boasting a 36-match unbeaten run, were beaten by Saudi Arabia in an iconic upset. Belgium, ranked second in the world, crashed out after a shock 2-0 defeat to Morocco. And Morocco? They became the first African country in history to reach the semifinals of a World Cup. Research reveals something challenging. Possession is not a necessary condition of winning World Cup matches. In this tournament, it is defensive structure and transition efficiency that determine outcomes. Morocco's numbers, 78 forced turnovers compared to 38. Disciplined organization was the real winning formula. Winning the World Cup can instill a sense of invincibility that leads to complacency. The hunger quietly diminishes. When teams fail, a downward spiral begins, characterized by anxiety, negative body language, and loss of motivation. That is the moment a big team stops playing to win. They start playing not to lose. That shift is the difference. International teams have limited preparation time. Opponents design specific plans to neutralize key individuals. The 2026 World Cup is unlike any before it. 48 nations mean more tactical variety and opportunities for upsets. What wins World Cups now is mental resilience, collective discipline, and performing under intense pressure. Why do big teams fail? Because the World Cup is not a club season. It is 90 minutes against a team that has studied you. It is the place where reputation means nothing, where overconfidence is a fatal flaw. That is why we watch. Who is the next giant slayer? The answer isn't found in trophy cabinets. It's found in laboratories of tactical discipline. Welcome to part 2 of the Brutal Equalizer. Today, we're identifying the dark horses of 2026 and the blueprints they use to outthink the elite. Morocco is no longer a surprise. They are a blueprint, perfected in the art of the calculated low block and high-velocity transitions. Then there is Japan, the Blue Samurai. They are the tournament's most tactically refined machine, turning a giant's possession into a fatal trap. Keep your eyes on Ecuador, a statistically elite defensive unit. In the varied altitudes of North America, their physical resilience is a weapon. And keep an eye on the newcomers. Uzbekistan, the White Wolves, and a Norway side led by the generational force of Erling Haaland. These teams aren't just hoping for luck, they are weaponizing structure. First, the calculated low block. It's not just parking the bus. It's a disciplined geometry designed to deny central space entirely, forcing elites into wide, low-percentage zones until frustration sets in. Second, selective pressing triggers. Underdogs wait for a heavy touch or a moment of hesitation. Then, they strike with high-intensity pressure. Third, weaponized set pieces. In a tournament of fine margins, corners and long throw-ins are being treated as high-conversion scientific phases. The expansion to 48 nations has changed the math. The new round of 32 means a single win or tactical draws can propel an underdog forward. The old giants are facing a tournament that is longer, more diverse, and more dangerous. It will be won by the teams that can outthink the pressure. Reputation is a legacy, strategy is a weapon. The giants won't just be falling, they'll be being dismantled by a new generation of tactical slayers. The equalizer is coming. Are you ready?